Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Hey, it's Gabby the game night here. I am back playing some more Phoenix Wright a turn and that goal, let it go. I'm playing with May. I have no idea who's saying that. Where are we? It's a movie. Shut up! Come closer and I kill her! Who is that? You do that voice.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance.
Bang! Fall from the bridge into the river. Fall from the bridge into the river. Fall from the bridge into the river and die. Oh, that Phoenix, he watching movies?
I'm reading through the file of an old court case.
Oh, that old court case?
It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey.
First case of your longtime mentor?
Jesus Christ, not another flashback. And is Phoenix in the hospital?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure I saw an IV bag.
Tiff, can never since that skill issue. Falls met with them of them. Captured an eagle man about 8 hours after his escape. Yes.
Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met.
Damn. Damn. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey first trial. That's what we're seeing today. February 16th, 9:24 a.m. District of Defendant Lobby number 4.
So what should her inner monologue be?
I was fine.
I'm so nervous, I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing. I swear I didn't kill nobody. What's that voice?
Terry Falls, my first client.
The voice I intended to go with, so that's what I'm going
Sentenced to
now.
death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway?
Don't bite the ball.
I'm sorry.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But, Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right?
Why do I keep doing voices that hurt my throat?
I'm really, really sorry.
This man died 5 years ago. I was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's where I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should.
Huh. Wow, who's that?
Do we know him already?
I don't know.
Well, you said it like... I don't know. Do we know him already?
I haven't played this game.
I mean, have we seen him? No, I mean, have we seen him in a previous game?
No.
Obviously, we haven't seen him in this game yet.
We've not seen him in a previous game.
Okay. You're not going to figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. You're... Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. I should not have done two vaguely British voices back to back. That was a mistake.
I thought he was more Australian.
It is. I said vaguely.
Australian, vaguely British.
When it comes to bad impressions, yeah. My point is, it'd be just as bad as doing like a British and a Southern accent back to back, because I've got to try to get the right inflection for the character. Where's Mr. Grossberg?
But it's bad doing British and angry Yoda back to back.
I'd take that any day. Ha, that old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. His name is fucking Armando, and this is the voice. They should really give us the
Diego Armando. The Australian.
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in Australia, a native Australian named Armando, but damn.
Diego Armando.
I'm not changing now.
Okay.
In the first place, I do a really bad Latin accent. Or Latino accent. In the second place, I've already committed. Unless he was just doing a voice for some reason. Why are you talking like that, Diego? Oh, aren't they good enough? No, I'm not doing that. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
Diego Armadillo.
I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Office, is here for me? No, you've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. All, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Huh, relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
Diego Armando.
Shut the fuck up. You didn't know his damn name. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from.
You, sir, don't talk anymore. I do bad
Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice... We really should get these notes ahead of time. Even if you're just reading it to yourself in your head, don't you want to have some idea what they sound like?
The simple childlike voice. I didn't do it!
I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
We have childlike voice. I didn't do it. Australian Diego Armando. Oh yeah, it's the day. Edgeworth is here. Who is this?
No, we've seen him before. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecutor ready for a while, Your Honor. Does his face look younger here?
It does, and I'm sure that's intentional, but also, I thought Edgeworth had never lost a case before we beat him. So does that mean that Mia loses this case?
Retcons, baby, retcons.
I understand. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Hey, you. No. No. I see. No, I know. No.
Courtroom troubles.
I understand the lawyers are for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
So you're the new prosecutor, everyone. What the fuck was that? So you're the new prosecutor, everyone. And there I go again. I guess it's good enough. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, yeah? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
At 20, Your Honor.
Guess our little kitten hasn't earned itself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls is responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. God, Edgeworth, can you look older, please? I hate how he looks.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. God, he looks like a teenager or some shit. What decided was a certain witness's testimony. Yeah, I'm Edward.
A witness's testimony?
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted the criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be?
Exactly, the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Ah, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Bro, we just started.
Wait a minute, that's not right. At least see the case before we decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
This judge is the worst.
Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite.
How old is someone here? Well, I don't know how old he is. Somewhere above 20.
Well, this was the year before Phoenix met Mia.
That told me nothing.
Huh, well, you don't know how long he knew Mia before?
No.
The current era?
No.
Well, he met her the year of his trial. How old was he when he had his trial?
I don't know.
He was in college, so probably between the ages of 18 and 22.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how old he is.
Yeah. That was even before law school. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Oh, look, he has a different shirt. Coat. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am! You got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you.
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident.
You're doing a lot of voices this case.
Yes, sir, right away. I tried to get you to take Armando. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran of the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. on our aerial area map. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge.
I'm good to this 5 yards right there.
And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record.
Yay!
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some loser.
I hate this guy.
Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kid. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Okay, Armando. Diego Armando.
If you don't like the voice, take it over. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of that bridge.
Naturally.
Now, will the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, coming right up. Hi, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right, especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
Okay, coffee man.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. I mean, unless he went to college really early, it'd be impossible to be an attorney at 20.
Okay.
From the day of the incident, I'm not doing this because this is stuff we already said, even though it would make more sense if we read it now because, we follow up when we do stuff, but, whatever. Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, the bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What, you mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, the body of Valerie Hawthorne's in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
The body?
Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway.
Well, there's probably something strange there since you mentioned that.
What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do nothing!
In that childlike voice of his. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says.
Sorry, I told a little lie.
Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested.
Precisely. I don't see anything strange, dude. That's obviously something strange if he says, I don't see anything strange. But what's strange? There has to be something. I mean, the back there is broken, but I assume that's how it opened. Whatever. But I see nothing that could be labeled as strange other than that.
Yeah, maybe.
I could try. You know, that's the beginning of the case. Might as well yellow it.
Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement?
Oh, yeah. Okay, guess we can't present anything, though. Why have anything?
Huh?
I tried to present. And I got nothing else to present, so. Weird.
It certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. What's the trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fine, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look. They went to Gumshoe, so I thought Gumshoe was talking. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. Yeah, famous contradictions. Sure hope I can find some of those.
Oh, yeah. Keep talking.
This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? One who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. Whoa, what? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one person that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. Just said that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
I'm a sneaky little guy.
A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. Fuck yeah, we're awesome. Found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we got you surrounded. Wait a second, isn't there something weird about that? The location was the suspension bridge up in the mountains, so how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? If that's what had happened, she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Halls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. Wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
White scarf. Oh yeah. I seen a white scarf. Objection.
Witness. Well, what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've heard actually address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am? This photo. Is Armando like Godot's uncle or something? Or brother? Or is he Godot?
So that make the voice voice is even more
Well, he's
off.
got that weird face thing. Maybe that altered his voice. Too. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well, then I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note?
No.
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus the special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. God damn it. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Arg! I'm a pirate now. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that.
I apologize for my sneeze.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
Sigh. I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? No, that's blue. Fucking colorblind dumbass.
Well, where did you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge, I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. My own Ace-Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth.
Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
That hot shot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly right, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
Looks like you spent some time in the mud.
Not surprisingly, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time. Court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay?
Boy, would I like to wrap the scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving in his room. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was actually taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Must have been when the scarf fell off.
It must have been when the scarf fell off.
Looking at this photo. You really get the sense this bridge is very high up.
It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Your mom. Well, let's just say there's a well-intentioned third party.
Potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
It's becoming clear to me now.
Shut up.
Huh? It is quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean,
Actually, there's an eyewitness.
Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student?
Whoa! Females in college?
That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I can't even testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means shut up. The prosecution has other more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Why do we need to keep specifying it's a female college student?
Female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why.
Can you tell us about the more decisive evidence in question?
This photo was accidentally taken by the witness.
The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, all right. So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Fay. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo... This cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no, I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling, huh? That's right, there was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in the courtroom right now. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Looks like a cold front just moved in.
In any case, the point is that the area is quite damp. There's even some fog.
I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember having one myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? What does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. The fuck game? Ha! Stupid Canadians. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh?
Yeah.
Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. The court record, huh?
Okay.
So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, man. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet, too. Explain why the scarf is all covered in mud. But there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Heh, talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him, Mr. Crybaby, I mean? Of course I do. So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance.
I don't think that much to present, really. I mean, could argue if she was shoved down, but I didn't allow her clothes somebody at all. Could argue, maybe. I don't know. I'm completely lost. I'm dropping a save. Because I'm a coward. Ha, I'm so smart. I'm so
crap.
smart.
So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But it's your photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right.
Saving because I'm a coward. She's not wet, but soggy at all. Her clothes aren't dirty.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
Oh wait, no, there's your judge.
The
not my
victim's
judge.
coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street, your glorious hockey bed, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh? Ha! A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman.
Why are the cats sneezing so much?
Of course I can.
I mean, if the skull fell off on the bridge, then... And it's muddy. So...
The evidence is the scarf. Ah! It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
Hey, same to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ha! You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. This feels like a damn tutorial case we'd get at the beginning of a game. Does it not?
Kinda.
Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence, it's one of those three. What you said just now? I'm not sure I like that. Now, that wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
Mr. Coffee.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is there's a body in the trunk. Also, what's it gonna be? Somebody laying dead because they came for me?
Well, the witness's testimony doesn't necessarily. I don't know, man. I don't know. Which do you think it is?
I doubt the body in the trunk is fake. Maybe.
The photo.
Well, I mean, what's the witness's testimony that contradicts the photo?
I
mean, if the testimony matches the photo, then...
Well, the testimony says that he pushed her down from, like, pushed her back down and stabbed her in the
maybe
back.
it's the testimony.
Yeah, that's all I got.
It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Ha, it's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the witness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.